All right, here we go, peeps. Leaders to legends. That's not what the video's about. My head's just in a different world. We rocking it. Not journey to journaling. Ow, my hamster. 30 days of feeling, day number 9. We are cruising through this series, and every video I make is just more clarity on myself and on the value of making these videos and of the series in itself. And I'm actually so cool. I looked up at my board and it says, "What one holds in mind tends to manifest." It's such a simple sentence, and every time I see it, it just brings me a lot of peace. It makes me feel really comforted by the path and by the way and by the things that are in front of me. Oops. So today I have a really good one, and you probably saw in the title. We're going to be talking about how I feel about entrepreneurship, how I feel about myself as an entrepreneur. I felt like another question. What was the other question I wrote? How do I feel about entrepreneurship and the challenges that come with it? That's where we're going today. As always, and you could say the same thing. How do I feel about my career and the challenges that come with it? How do I feel about my job and the challenges that come with it? We're talking about career and work and professional work today. I'm going to reflect on mine, and I'm going to pop in right off the get. So, as always, I recommend, if you need a little starter for this as you start to reflect, start with a journal entry and just answer your version of that question. Start with some just subtle communication with yourself. Start with some meditation, and then just let the questions take you a little deeper. Let yourself go a little further, and just keep connecting and keep opening doors and keep finding new clarity. Clarity will bring more peace, and where there's peace, there's power, and that's really, really cool. So, day number 9. Graham, how do I feel about entrepreneurship and the challenges that come with entrepreneurship? Today I feel really good about it. I feel like I've adjusted over the course of the last 12 years of being an entrepreneur to the ever-present reality that I just would never sacrifice my freedom to please the part of myself that's afraid of not having what it needs. I'm willing to be embarrassed. I'm willing to look like a fool. I'm willing to look like I have nothing. I'm willing to be poor. I'm willing to be broke. I'm willing to have things fall apart. I'm willing to fail. I'm willing to go all the way to zero. I'm willing to go negative. I'm willing to put myself in the most uncomfortable positions imaginable because I feel the overwhelming weight of those moments when I do have what I want and I am living the life that I chose to live with the freedom. Those always outweigh those moments of broke, those moments of embarrassment, those moments of fear, those moments of scarcity, those moments of zero, those moments of failure. And I realize that I will live the majority of my life in abundance. And though I've had moments and I've had seasons where I felt in scarcity or I felt like everything fell apart, like all of my business, or I've left businesses that I just knew weren't for me anymore. I've always bet on the fact that eventually I will be in the place where I feel like all of the energy that I devote to my business and all of the money I receive from the work that I do are helping make me and the world a better place. And I wholeheartedly believe in that. And especially now in my life with Leaders and Legends, the men's group, the men's retreats, my coaching practice, all the things that I'm doing, these videos, the work that I'm putting out there for the world to experience me, I feel like there's never been anything that has been more authentic to me. And I've never been more proud to receive the amount of money that I receive to do the work that I do for the work that is, in my opinion, the utmost importance to our civilization. Work on the inner workings of who we are as people and how we can become better people. And I think when we do that as a group and a collective, really good things can happen. And there's a world out there in the quantum space, in this space that exists, where we're just so much more cooperative with one another. We're so much more balanced. We're so much more in harmony. And I see that, and I desire that, and I look to that, and I embody that energy as close as I possibly can with the awareness that I have about who I am and what it is and how to do it. And so, yeah, I feel really proud of myself being an entrepreneur. I feel really connected to entrepreneurship in general. I feel like it's a really neat experience to be able to customize and create a life that is of my own. utilizing my natural skills that I have and my natural curiosities. So my skills plus my curiosity has led me down a path of life coach, men's coach, guide, transformational person. There's infinite things I could call myself, but life coach is fine. Uh, and I feel like it's just absolutely the coolest thing ever. My job is to get to know people on the deepest level of their essence and help them to understand that all the parts of themselves, the ones that they like, the ones they don't like, the ones that they don't know, are all coming together and can come together to create this really incredible person that can be shared with the world and actually can make the world a better place. And so to be a part of excuse me, to be a part of that journey and other people's journeys in that way, not only do I get to know them at the deepest level, which feels like I've made new friends and new connections on just an incredible space, but also watch that manifest in the world. It's just such an incredible feeling. So I feel like entrepreneurship is freedom. I feel like it would never happen any other way. I've been an entrepreneur and doing entrepreneurial things since I was like 17 years old or 16 years old. So like 12 to 14 years. I've had many different businesses. And each one has led me closer to a business that is much where I feel like what I am offering is as close to what I would like to offer the world and receive money for as possible. And that feels fantastic. I feel like there's a lot of people that have a business but don't feel good about the money they receive from it. And I feel like there's a lot of people that receive a lot of money but don't feel good about the business that they do. And I feel good about both. I feel amazing about both. And that feels really good. And I think that's something to strive for. And it's something I've continued to strive for in all of my different businesses. And even starting as a coach with fitness coaching at the time, that was like the most powerful thing I knew how to offer, given the skills that I had and the curiosity I had at the time. And as my curiosities changed and my skills developed, my ability to offer deeper and deeper levels of transformation expanded. And each level deeper of transformation that I've offered and that I've asked to receive for has led me to a place where now I feel like I'm able to go as far and as wide as I'd like to go. I can truly roam freely in my work and simultaneously roam freely in the amount of money that I earn. And that's what entrepreneurship is about to me. It's about being able to create a life where the work is enjoyable, the work leads to breakthroughs, the work is work that contributes to our society, to our culture, to our world, and can make the world a better place and can truly change the world because I'm changing myself. And that feels fantastic. It's the vision of Leaders Legends. That's the vision of all the work, all my companies, everything that I've ever offered, everything I ever offer, and everything I ever will is about changing the world by changing yourself. And I just feel phenomenal in that enterprise and in that endeavor. And I feel incredible in entrepreneurship. And I want to encourage more people to take a step forward in that direction. I think that it's very, very hard to get out of the habit of receiving money from someone else for work that you're doing that you know you can do. It's way, way harder to receive money from work you know you can do, but also don't know if you can do. And I think that's what entrepreneurship is. It's like betting on the fact that I don't know if this is even going to work, but if it does work, the payoff could be huge, or the expansion could be great, or who I could become in the process. And I feel like those are questions worth asking, and those are C's worth exploring to me. I don't believe in a life of, for a lack of a better word, mediocrity or just like lack of a spark, lack of exploration. I don't believe in not exploring who I am. I don't believe in being shy or afraid. I believe in power. I believe in presence. I believe in peace. I believe in contribution. I believe in making the world a better place. I believe in putting myself in very uncomfortable positions to see myself and be seen by others in the most glorious way that I possibly could, for the benefit of all. And I really believe that many people, and I've had the pleasure of working with so many men and women, and so many men and women want to be seen as way more than they currently are being. And my work is about helping them expand into the person that can do those things, and to let go of the embarrassment, the fear, the uncomfortability, the unknowns, and just embrace the reality of an unfolding present moment. And what an incredible experience that is. And so entrepreneurship to me is freedom. And the challenges that I face in entrepreneurship? How do I feel about the challenges that I face? I feel like they're inevitable. I feel like there are infinite challenges that I'll go through. And, for me, I've had different businesses. I've started businesses that are successful, then closed them down because they caused me too much stress. I've done illegal businesses that made me a lot of money, but I realized were just not true to who I am, and I couldn't sustain them. They just weren't going to work. I've done businesses where I have felt like this could work, but who will I become? And it wasn't worth it. I've had businesses that have been built up and crumbled and built up and crumbled and built up and crumbled and built up and crumbled. And the challenges never have stopped because each one of those moments I've had to like look in the mirror and reassess like who am I, where am I going, why am I doing this, what do I want? Well, I'm not making money, I have tons of debt, I'm betting on myself more, I'm moving to different places across the country, I'm trying to figure out how I want to grow, I'm trying to figure out what to offer, I'm trying to figure out how to share who I am in unique ways. I mean, the list of challenges has truly been the longest list of anything I've ever seen in my life. There's just always something. But I also feel like as I've moved in that direction of entrepreneurship, the space continues to open up for me. So not only do I feel like I'm expanding at a rapid pace, but I also feel like my ability to handle the tension and pressure of so many moving pieces at all times is increased to the point where I don't really feel it anymore. I'm capable of living and enjoying so little that having a lot or a lot is so much more than I need. It curbs and gets rid of all the anxiety or stress around what's going to happen next. And I'm able to just sit in the awareness and the reality of this moment. And that feels amazing. That actually perpetuates my business forward and moves me forward because that's the energy that people are attracted to with me is the presence. It's the peace. It's the ability to be relaxed. It's the ability to really process through things that are on my heart or in who I am or my mind. And it's the ability to really see myself and allow myself to own who I am, what I can do, and what I can offer the world. And I wouldn't have had that if I didn't pursue my entrepreneurship journey. I wouldn't know who I am. I would be working somewhere, being very successful, but also I feel like I would have also been very manipulative. I feel like it's very easy for me to do that. There have been times in my life where I've definitely done that for my own because I didn't have the responsibility of a larger vision. It was easy for me to be more selfish because I didn't have anything else that I really thought was worth creating, worth building, worth working towards. And with Leaders of Legends, I have a huge vision of a massive movement of 21st century men finding harmony and balance in their personal and professional lives. And that to me is an incredibly worthwhile pursuit. There's there's like many branches off of that tree, and there's an even bigger tree. But that's been a journey that's allowed me to step into more responsibility than I ever knew was possible, and really like respect that responsibility and really honor it. And it's allowed me to connect deeper with myself and become a man that I feel like people respect and want to be around and enjoy. And I like to think that those things are like I don't like to think those things are enough for me. That feels good to me. I don't need 10 billion people. I don't need everyone on the planet to know who I am. I just would like some very close people and a good group of them. And so without my entrepreneurship journey, that wouldn't have happened. And without moving through these challenges, and again, there have been so many. I mean, so many challenges. Everything has been a challenge. I actually don't even know how to answer that. Like, how do I feel about the challenges? I just feel like they're inevitable. I feel like I am inevitable too. Thus, they cannot overtake me. And so I continue to move forward and I walk. I don't run, I walk. And amazing things happen and doors open and more opportunity is realized and more magnetism is built in me and more people surround me and I want to surround them and more incredible things get built and the world gets better because of my freedom and because of who I am and my pursuit of something greater and my desire to learn and grow and expand. And I just really respect that about myself. And I really think that I'm an incredible person and that I have so much to learn and so much room to grow, but my heart is truly in it. And if you know me, you know that. And that feels super cool. And I was just mentioning to a friend last night, like the thing that I'm the most proud of is that every single client that I have, every single person in the men's group, and every person that's come on our retreat, I know them all personally, and that feels phenomenal. I feel like it's so easy to, I feel like it's so easy to just get caught up in numbers. But for me, it's very easy to get invested in people because I just see their potential and I see their possibilities, and I want to be a part of that journey in whatever way I can. So how do I feel about entrepreneurship? I feel like it's the way. I feel like in a perfect world in my mind, everyone's an entrepreneur in some capacity, creating their greatest joy and trading it for someone else's greatest joy. And now we just have this economy and this world marketplace of people building things that they actually love and offering them to others, and people enjoying other people's things and offering theirs. And to me, that feels like something that's maybe possible. I really don't know. I haven't explored it enough, but the idea of it sounds great. So I don't know. And I wonder, I'm 31, so I have lots of experience yet to gain, but it feels like it's worth it. It's worth it to try and see what that would look like. And I've found for myself that entrepreneurship for me has led me to something that I can trade in the marketplace for money, for energy, for a life lived in my own way. And because I live life in my own way, it's opened up doors for all these little micro moments where I just feel like I can be more present, I can give back to more people in a way that feels genuine to me, and I can enjoy my life more. And those things are the things that I'm the most interested in. And so entrepreneurship is like, it's like breath for me. Entrepreneurship is life to me. Life is entrepreneurship to me. And again, entrepreneurship to me is just freedom. It's just the freedom to exist and share and offer the world something and receive something in return for it in a way that's authentic to me. And that I would never trade, and that I would encourage, and that I would never give up on. And so the challenges are irrelevant because the freedom outweighs the challenges. And I think that's what people just don't understand about entrepreneurship or about what their potential is. The potential freedom you're leaving on the table will outweigh all of the stress and the pain and the worry of a job that isn't safe. I mean, I just can't even. There's so many people that I see, people I've worked with that are just afraid they're going to lose their jobs, or they lose their jobs and they think they're safe. They're never safe. The only time you're ever safe is if you've built a business that, and by business I mean a network that allows you to trade something that you have in abundance for something that other people really want. And when you do that, you end up in a place where your relationships bring money to you and bring life to you, and vice versa. And again, that to me feels like an incredible endeavor, an incredible pursuit, an incredible life. And that's the one I've been living. And it feels really, really amazing. Entrepreneurship feels peaceful to me. I can see how to others it'd be stressful, but it also requires some tinkering to find the right combination of things that works, and it takes time to get to a place where, uh, you know, levels of abundance can be realized. But even in the beginning, the freedom I wouldn't have traded for those moments of scarcity, those spikes of cortisol when I was like, fuck, my bank account's super low, or I owe this credit card, I don't have the money for it, or damn, I'm take out a loan for this, or what am I doing? Is this working? Is it gonna work? That was all worth it. There was, again, no doubt in my mind, a few years where I was like, this is hard. This isn't even hard. This is just taking a long time, or like, am I making progress? To the rest of my life being set up. I mean, it's not even a question. And the skills that I've learned, who I've become, the confidence that I've gained, the man that I've stepped into, the responsibility that I've borne, all worth it. Every single moment. So, yeah, I wanted to share that today. I wanted to feel into my entrepreneurship journey because it's not something I discuss in depth often. And there's many stories and there's many moments, and I'm sure I'll hit those in random podcasts here or there, little clips, da da da. But right now, I just feel like, how do I feel about that? I just feel phenomenal about entrepreneurship, and I encourage all of you to explore your natural talent, the thing that you would love to trade in the marketplace for money, and just see what would happen if you went in on that and actually made it work, and you tried it, and you didn't give up on it. Like, what would that do for your life? What could your life look like if you actually did that? Because I know for me and many others that I know, it's turned into something that is continuing to bring them more and more freedom, more and more presence, more and more peace, and more power every single day. There's obviously a sweet spot here where I'm not overworking myself or putting myself in a stressful situation by thinking that my vision needs to move faster than me. but I'm also not in fear either. I'm just in that nice little harmonic balance where I feel like I'm making tons of progress. I feel like there's tons of expansion. I feel like I'm growing as a person, and I also feel like I am earning what I want, and I'm living with the way I want. And I have the freedom that I desire, and I'm not doing nothing. I'm doing exactly what I want. That's what entrepreneurship's about to me. That's what the challenges, they don't matter. They're irrelevant in the face of that reality. The challenges that I have gone through are irrelevant in the face of the feeling of power I sit in right here on this chair in this moment in front of this camera. I can't describe to you the feeling. You would just have to know it. It just feels balanced. It feels easy. It feels ease. It feels exciting. I have a men's group call tonight with new members, and I'm just so excited to have them. Like, that's truly my only work I have to like be somewhere for today. I mean, it's virtual. I set that up. Like, I purposefully set it up that way so that I could have all day today to go explore with my girlfriend this morning and have smoothies and read and go on a bike ride and meditate. I set this life up for me. I had help beyond help. Don't get me wrong, but I had the vision and I held it, and now it's real because what one holds in mind tends to manifest. And I wish you all good luck, and I wish you to have the freedom that you so desire. 30 Days of Feeling in day number 9, reflections on entrepreneurship and how to move through these challenges and just letting go of all of the fear and just embracing the presence of this moment. The peace that follows knowing that I'm inevitable, and the power of realization of freedom. Be good and be safe, my friends. Good luck on your journey. As always, I recommend doing this reflection on video or writing it out, however you choose. There's no right or wrong. Presence, peace, and power be with you. Peace.